YouTuber. This is my first video as part of a new blog I have created called Navigating Left and Right. Just recently decided to move into Washington, D.C. after being a Maryland resident for a long time. And in this process, I happened to come across some very interesting scams that I'd like to show you today. Without further ado, let me dive in. By the end of this, I hope you will have learned something about how to avoid scammers on Craigslist and also have enjoyed the ride as I have. First one I found was absolutely beautiful. The listing on Craigslist had a great photo. They didn't have any more photos attached to the post, but I figured, that's not a red flag. I'll just simply send them an email and ask them to send me more. So I did. Very quickly, I received a response from Millard Howard. Told me all about the location, 15% discount of the total rent if the first 2 months' rent and deposit are paid up front or in advance. Whoa! And along with his message, he sent a number of photographs of the place. Now these look amazing. Just getting so excited, and I'm texting my friend and saying, "Oh, I think we found the gem near DuPont Circle," and then he sent me this. As due to our respect for tenants' privacy, only vacant unit should be shown to prospective tenants looking to rent. Okay, that's another red flag here. His grammar is off. Also, your move-in date of December 1st is fine. However, due to rush and high demands for apartments, I will advise you that you put a hold on, reserve the unit, and take it off the market now. To proceed with the unit reservation, you are required to make holding deposit, first month rent plus security deposit. With this, we reserve the unit in your name, integrate you information into our tenant database, and take it off market pending your arrival. Okay, that is way more grammatically incorrect than I thought even the first time I read it. That's amazing. So at this point, I email my friend, sad face. It's a scam. But back on the search. So the next place that gave me a response was a 2-bedroom duplex in DuPont Circle. This is my favorite apartment scam person combination of all of them, and you'll see why. So I email him with a little bit of information about myself, and he responds. His name is David Highmark. David Highmark at Hibernia Project Engineers.com. I looked him up. The Hibernian Project actually does exist, though I could not find his name associated with it. He tells me the place is available as of December 8th. He works as a petroleum engineer for Chevron, big name, alright? And my job keeps me away from home most of the time, so I'm used to rent the place, grammar, short term on Airbnb while I'm away. Sounds good. Thanks for the info. I'm definitely considering you and your colleague as my tenants. I would like to call you so we can discuss this over the phone, but as I'm working on an oil rig on the sea, I have no mobile reception here, only access to my work computer. So we'll keep our communication to email if that's okay with you. Now the thing is, I'm only going to be in town for that weekend from the 6th until the 8th. There are, including you, 3 people that want to see and rent the place, and I don't have time to meet with all of you. I want everything to be done by the time I'm there. I can share with you a link to the property on Airbnb to secure the place through them. I emailed him back. Hi, David. I often stay at Airbnbs. I'm familiar with the process. What's the link? He sends me the link. Go to the link. First glance, it does look like Airbnb. But I'm going to point out to you a few things that are not quite right. First off, if you look at the web address, it says airbnb.com.rooms and a number.town. So that's a little odd. So let's click on his profile real quick. Explains he's a petrol engineer, which is consistent with what he sent me. He's provided a government ID apparently. The check-in box works. You can see all the people giving him wonderful reviews. This looks pretty good, but I've been on the Airbnb website so often that I just have this feeling that this looks off. There's something about the font or the color of it or something like that It looks weird. So why don't we try and use some functionality that I would normally expect to work? Well, all right, let me search for something. That's weird. It comes up with Jira, Washington, D.C., and Agile. That's really bizarre. Normally it would pop up with, cities that I've searched in Airbnb for. Let's try Washington, D.C. Oops, we can't seem to find the page you're looking for. Interesting. One other notable mention, and I'm very sorry that I could not get a video of his Craigslist posting because he took it down, is Benjamin Venslick. Thank you for showing interest in this sublet apartment. I am currently away working in Detroit, Michigan. Another person on travel for 11 months. Wonder why he capitalized that. Which is why I'm subleasing the apartment. There are no background checks or management processes required to secure the apartment, just the usual data form and sublease agreement to sign and finalize. And since I have a long-term existing lease in the building, the rents and deposit will be paid to the landlord on a monthly basis. Well, that's heartening. Maybe I can meet the landlord. So I asked him, would you be interested in a quick chat on the phone, say around 11 a.m. today? His response is great. Very well then, I can't speak on the phone recently because of my toothache. And then he attaches the sublease application. He even offers me a picture of his driver's license. At this point, I know it's a scam, and I drop it there. I don't want you to misconstrue in any way that I don't like Craigslist. I'm actually a huge Craigslist fan. I found it's a great way to find new roommates. It's a great way to sell your stuff. It's a great way to find inexpensive furniture. I think Craigslist is wonderful, but because it is such an open platform, it means that a lot of people can use it in various ways, and sometimes those are nefarious ways. Let's review! First things first, if somebody asks you for money before you go and see the house, that is a red flag. If somebody says that they are traveling and they can't talk to you on the phone because they have a toothache, that is also a red flag. Finally, if you see a lot of grammatical errors, big red flag. Now, we're all not perfect grammarians, but still, these become pretty obvious after a while. I sincerely hope that you are able to avoid being scammed in this way. Please share this information with other folks. If you're interested in what I come up with next, click the subscribe button at the bottom. It makes me sad to think that there are a number of young interns that come to DC and they find things like this and they send in money with PayPal and wire money, and then they end up, adding that on top of their student loans that they're going to be paying for the rest of their life. Thank you for your time, and I leave you with a parting gift from David Hunt.